record. So in scripting part, almost we are completed. Like once record the script, how to we can do for the scripting enhancements like correlation, parametration, and validation points, and all everything we discussed, right? So most of the scripting, everything is completed. So today I will explain for the some functions we are using for the scripting, right? So what are those functions and so which purpose we can use those functions? I will explain firstly. See, maybe interview point of view, they will ask for the, do you know any 5 web functions or 5 LR function they will ask. So you need to give for the what you know, you can tell. For example, you can observe in our script only, we are able to see, first we'll go with the LR functions. See, LR start transaction, LR end transaction. Which purpose we can use LR start and end transaction? So to measure the transaction response time point of view, we are using for the LR start and LR end transaction. You can observe LR start transaction. What is the syntax? In between double colon, we need to give for the transaction name and semicolon. But you can observe in LR underscore end transaction, we need to give for the transaction name and after that comma LR auto. So for this LR auto, nothing but maybe it is a LR pass or fail, it will be there. So you can observe if a transaction is pass means it is the transaction will be pass. Maybe it is transaction failed, it will show for the transaction is failed. So LR auto nothing but if we have having for that pass or fail, it will be there in this LR auto pointer. It's clear, right? LR start and LR end. Going to the one more thing, LR think time. What is the think time? Think time nothing but is a delay between the action to action. So for user to user real time realistic environment, what will happen? So we are doing for the some transaction to transaction or action to action. So we are giving some delay, right? So the delay between the action to action, we can call it as a LR think time. And I think for here we are able to see this transaction only. We have a lot of functions will be there. If you want to see this functions means, you can go to the view and step toolbox. And here you need to give for the LR functions means you need to give for the LR underscore. We can give. See, we are able to see this all. See, LR continuous error. So LR continuous error means, for example, you are doing for the correlation, but here it is failing your request, but your script will be having many dynamic values. But if you not handle this, what will happen? Your script will be up to here only it is pass. But I will do for this correlation, maybe I will do for the later. I want to continue for the next request means you need to use for the LR continuous error function. You can see you need to give for the value of the LR continuous error. And so you can next will be LR debug message. You want to LR debug message, nothing but function sends a debug message when the specified message level is active. So debugging nothing but, see, we are doing for the scripting, right? We want to debugging mode, like how the execution is going one by one request means we need to do for the some debugging. So at that point of view, we can use for the LR debug message and LR error message. LR error message means what is the, maybe we are doing scripting, we are getting some error. So you want to see the what is the error means you want to give for the LR message. See, you can observe the LR message function sends an error message to the product output windows. Like in the output window, we are able to see the what is the message we are getting, like it is a no match found error, or test data issue, or 500 error issue. So that error we want to see the means we need to use for the LR error message. And we are going to LR eval string. So LR eval string nothing but we know, right? LR eval string, which purpose we can use LR eval string? To read the value point of view. Like for example, I want to read some value, then we need to use for the LR eval string. Hello. Yes, so sorry for inconvenience. Suddenly it's disconnected. So LR get host name. For example, we want to see the what is our host name is. We need to use for the LR get host name function, and you can see these are all a lot of functions we have. See any 5 or 6 will be, then it's fine, because interview point of view, they will ask what are the LR functions. So LR start and end transaction, and LR evolve string, and LR debug message, LR continue on error message, LR error message, and we have the LR abort and exit also. Abort means we want to abort the particular request, means you can use for the LR abort. If you want to until execution will complete for the end of the script, means you can use for the LR exit. So these all will be LR functions. Going to the web functions. So web functions means already we know for right. What are the functions we know? Web submit data and web submit form and web URL functions we know. See in this script you can observe. First we'll go with the script only. Like web URL function. Web URL function, which purpose we can use for the web URL function means, see you can, if you want to see the function means, you can come here and you can enter and click on this. It will show the which purpose we can use this function. See, the web URL function is an action function that loads the web page get request specify the URL argument. Like we are clicking, right? So if you click on this, or if you are any clicks is happening, it is generate for the web URL function. And going to the next will be web submit data. Web submit data. See, the web submit data function is an action function that perform an unconditional or contextless form submission. It allows to generate for the get and post request as a made by the HTML forms. You don't need to have any form context to execute for the this request. Nothing but, so you are submitting some data to the application, like we are giving for the username and password. So means you are submitting some data that is we can consider as a contactless data. So web submit form. So if anyone asks for the what is different between web submit data and web submit form means, web submit data means it is the unconditional for forms or contactless data. But if you select for the web submit form, you can observe the submit the form is an action function that submit a form. The web submit form function may be executed only the context. So web submit form is the context data. Web submit data is a context-less data. Got it, everyone? And we have the other functions also we have. Already we know for the this function, web add header function. So web add header function, if you want to like manually also you can use for means you can use for the web add auto header functions. Maybe if you want to directly means you can go to the recording options. You can select for the headers, recording the headers means automatically this function will be generated. If you want to write manually also, you can write for the manually also. Like we can go to the add auto headers. You can see this one. You can click on this. You can observe this syntax accept language. So this is the name of this name. You can what is the name you are adding? You can give for the accept and language. And for here, we need to give for the value. I'm giving for the your example point of view. Okay, click on okay. Now you can observe, see web add header, and this is the name, this is the path. So like this, you need to add for the headers. So that is the web add auto header, and we are seeing for the web socket option, web set underscore sockets underscore action option. So this is function which purpose we can use means you are recording the script, but sometimes you are unable to recording means what will happen means some SSL connection will be you are losing means some SSL TLS 1.0 TLS 1.2 will be there, right? So that is point of view we need to use for the web socket option. You can see here also. We can go through this and each and every one you can read it. Website socket. Website socket option, where we can see website socket option. See, the website socket option function configures options for socket of the client machine. So for option which enable or disable features such as a trace SSL IO specify to 1 to enable to 0 to display. If you want enable means you can give for the 1. If you want to disable means we need to give for the 0. So that is the website. And we know for the one more function, website max HTML permanent function also. Website max HTML permanent function. Which purpose we can use means we want to the parameter value will be more than 256 bytes. Then we can use for the website max HTML permanent function. And we know for the one more function, web break save param function we know. Web break save param EX function we know. And web break save param reg EXP functions we know. So those functions we can use for the validation point. Like we want to validate for script properly need to work on point of view, correlation point of view. We are using for the web break save param, web break save param EX, web break save param reg EXP also. And apart from this, we are able to see the web break save param function. This is the, and this is the web break save param EX. This is the web break save param EXP. And see, if you want to declare proxy nothing but you want to restrict from the any one of the site, any one of the URL. So you need to give for the website proxy. Using this, we need to set the proxy. Web URL already we seen, web convert param. So already we know for that HTML to URL using for the convert function only. We are written for the HTML to URL mode, URL to HTML we are given. Same way, if you want convert for the like HTML to URL, URL to HTML, HTML to plain, plain to text, or whatever any format you want change means you can use for the web convert param like HTML to URL or URL to convert or plain to text to URL. So you can use for the web convert param function. So this is the LR and the web functions. So just you guys will be know for the any file is enough. See, for example, web sub in web functions, you need to know for the web submit data, web submit form, web URL, and web break save param, web break save param EX, and web break param reg EXP, and website max HTML param length function. So you can tell like this means no problem. And SM2, you also know for the this is the what which purpose we can use, you need to know because you can tell for the file, then you will ask for the what is the difference between or what is the web submit data and what is the web submit form you will ask. Web submit data means it is a context less data. So web submit form is it is context based data. So means you need to know for the what is that function use also you know. And going to the next will be LR functions, LR start and end transaction, LR exit, LR abort, LR save string, LR evolve string, and LR think time, and LR error message, LR continue an error. So you can tell this means it's fine. Fine for everyone?
Okay.
So this is the our story, and we have to explain for the options also. So this is the option for the we want for the new script. If you want close for the open new existing script means you can click on this. This is the like plus symbol is there, right? If you want to add in a script or existing already, what are the recent scripts you are developed all available to see, you can click on this, automatically it will open this. And this is the save. If you want save script means just click on save. Automatically the particular section will be saved. If you want save otherwise entire section means click on file and save script means it will save for the our script. And going to the like I think we are here, right? So this is the undo and redo, and this is the regenerate. For example, you want to do for the regenerate script as a fresh script. See, if you done this, what will happen? Like, right? What are the changes you done? Right? All changes will be gone. So once you recorded how it is there, same like this will be, it will show for this. So that is why if you want do for the regenerate when you miss, maybe you are by mistakenly some code will be you lost, maybe some deleted or something is happened, then you need to regenerate means your code will be regenerated and some work will be reduced to recording point of view. This is the recording options, just the recording button. This is the compile. Compile nothing but before just you can click on this, it will show for the if you have any errors or not, it will show. See, no errors. Then you can replay the button, replay button. Okay, so now see, this is the like run step by step. Nothing but you can click on this, you can observe the execution mode is a debugging mode. We can call it as a debugging mode, it will execute. So you can first it is going to the user init. So now you need to click on for the F10. Continue, you can click, see it will execute for the your script. Otherwise, you can click on for the F10, it will be execute for the debugging mode. You can observe F10, I will click. So keep on, you need to click on the F10. See, first it went for the user init. Next step, it went for the LR start transaction launch. And again, I'm clicking, it is went for the next request F10. Can click on this, it is going to the second transaction. So you can observe how it is a debugging mode, like how it is a code is going to executing. You are able to see this. We are able to see the how the script also going. We are able to see the logout happen. See, final will be it went for the user end and it is completed. So debugging mode means you can click on for the F10. Design studio method we want to see for the any dynamic values or anything means you can click on this. So these all options will be already we know. Recording options means recording options, design studio, and view means we have the step toolbox and solution explorer, or if you miss any output window means you can come here, you can click on, you are able to see the output window in the down. So these are the entire our load runner scripting. So you guys any doubts, Manikanta and Prashanti?
I don't have doubts now.
So we almost we have finished for our scripting part here, and controller part and analyzer part also completed in the morning class sections. So maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow I start for the JMeter. You guys can be just download that one and ready with that one, and we'll start for the JMeter classes for tomorrow or day after tomorrow onwards. It's fine.
రేపు మార్నింగ్ క్లాస్ ఉండదన్నా?
I'm not sure. I will confirm. Okay, after. Okay. Okay. Thank you for joining. So we'll meet for the tomorrow same time. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So today class only for like just our point of only. Okay, just you guys will go through that and find